Hey, Simply Sugar here with the Evening News Rundown. Let's get right to it. So, the Office of Special Counsel launched a Act probe against Jack Smith. Now, Jack Smith was the special counsel appointed by Merrick Garland during his tenure to investigate Donald Trump's misdoings. So, Smith is accused of misusing his role to influence the 2024 election. Now, remember, this is Trump's latest barrage of Obama with election misconduct, and now Jack Smith with election misconduct. And if they were misconducting, it failed because you're elected. Like, it didn't work. You're here now. Anyway, again, this is just to distract us from Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein files, which we know he's guilty of. And he's guilty of other crimes, in my opinion. And to be quite frank, we're not even talking about just January 6th. He's violating the Emoluments Act, where he's accepting gifts of $400+ million. He's using his office as president to forcefully influence the news into not reporting negative stories against him. He's cut NPR and PBS's funding so that they can no longer operate and report anything against him. He's using applications such as this one to silence people who talk about him and talk about his misdoings. He's guilty of a number of things, including being involved with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, which has been proven. And he's already said, yeah, I stopped dealing with Jeffrey because he's stealing my people. This is a person, this was a child working for him who Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein trafficked. A 16-year-old. She's not an object, she's a person. Not only that, magically Ghislaine Maxwell is now in a minimum security prison in Texas, enjoying yoga and checkers and tennis and whatever amenities they have at Club Fed. After she met with his DOJ with no supervision from an outside party. So we don't know what was discussed. We don't know what was promised to this woman. We know that she's making a laundry list of demands before she speaks to Congress. Like she has some type of writer, like she's Beyonce or something. It reeks of sabotage. It reeks of undue influence, and it's all criminal. On top of that, Donald Trump wants to move away from the jobs report, which were abysmal. So what did he do? He fired Erica McAntafar because she reported the truth, and he didn't like that she did that, so she's out of here. So we will now get skewed numbers of job reports and unemployment rates. And so here we are with whatever this is, the dictatorship of 2025. It's a never-ending nightmare. What is this, July? No, we're in August. 8 months in, it feels like 8 years at this point. On top of that, they're going to gerrymander not only Texas, but Florida, because Ron DeSantis announced that he wants to redraw the maps there as well. Of course, we have only Gavin Newsom being outspoken at this time. He's really separating from the field. He might be our next Democratic person, presidential candidate we have. No one else is taking the mantle at this point. Kamala Harris seems to be saying she's not going to run. She's not running for governor. She hasn't ruled out the presidency, but it looks like she's taking a back seat. And if you missed the Stephen Colbert interview, she says you should move away from Bluetooth because your conversations could be listened to. That's why she has wired headphones, because, NSA warned her that Bluetooth is penetrable. So your calls are not private, by the way. She dropped that little tidbit. In tariffs news, we woke up to sweeping tariffs on August 1st. Procter & Gamble already announced that they are raising their prices up to double digits on household items such as Tide, toilet paper, whatever else they manufacture. I don't know how we're supposed to afford all of this, as, again, the jobs rate came out. We have no jobs. People are out of work for months and years at this point. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? People seem to not understand that tariffs equal taxes. It's taxes that the United States citizens pay because our billionaires who own these companies will not absorb that extra tax. They're going to pass it right on to you. Focus on voting. 2026 midterm elections. This is pivotal. This is the only way to get our country back. And I just implore you to stay informed. I'm Simply Sugar. Like, follow, and share.